Please pay attention to the fact that at this very moment, we are just a few days away from a big blow off top for the whole cryptocurrency market, which I can assure you that you will not want to miss. As a result of the fact that the Bitcoin cycle has just concluded, the altcoin cycle will soon follow. This indicates that a significant number of the low-cap altcoin gems have the potential to achieve gains of 200 times their initial value, similar to what Solana did in 2021. It doesn't matter if you have XRP HBAR, Solana, or any other cryptocurrency, you are going to want to pay attention to what I am about to share with you. And in addition to that, you are going to want to pay very close attention to what Tom Lee is going to say, because he is going to explain the precise reason and timing of the tremendous amount of liquidity that is going to be introduced into the markets. So pay attention. There is a good chance that Bitcoin is hurting by the MT. Remember that GOX will begin distributions in the month of July. There was a significant overhang for a number of years. However, if I were to buy in cryptocurrency with the knowledge that one of the most significant overhangs is going to arise in the month of July, I believe that this is a cause to actually anticipate a very significant rebound in the second half of the year. On the other hand, I believe that 150 is still within reach. It is already the 1st of July. In other words, you are not going to exclude that possibility from consideration. Even so, that is still a possibility. You have it right. Additionally, it is important to keep in mind that the majority of Bitcoin's gains occur within the span of 10 days each year. In the event that you exclude the 10 best days of a single year, Bitcoin actually has a negative value. In addition, this theory stated by Tom Lee has been proven to be accurate during the course of practically every single since its inception. It is possible that there will be periods of time lasting 10 days during which the price of Bitcoin has increased by more than 10 times its original value. Well, as for this particular run, that is something that is also a possibility. Although it is more likely that Bitcoin will reach $100,000, there is still a possibility that it will not. The thing is as follows. The liquidity cycle for alternative cryptocurrencies has not yet begun. There have not yet been any major runs for any of the alternative cryptocurrencies. Even more amusing is the fact that there is a rationale for this. Right now, a lot of people are attempting to timing the bottom, and it's probable that the majority of you are there as well. In addition, this is likely to result in you missing out on a sum of money that has never been seen before. Given that we were just talking about it, the majority of the price action that Bitcoin experiences begins within a period of 10 days. Furthermore, the same can be said for virtually all of the alternative cryptocurrencies as well. And if you are constantly trying to time the bottom and Solana has 2 explosive days, then you are going to miss out on possible returns on your portfolio that may be 10 times more than what you would have otherwise received. The amount of tremendous expansion that we have previously witnessed on multiple occasions is exactly the same as this. In addition, if you wait until the bottom, you will be unable to take advantage of that opportunity. This is the reason why you should pay attention to what Tommy Lee is about to say in this particular instance. Investors in general do not feel comfortable purchasing products when they are at a high price. Nevertheless, if we are currently in the middle of our cycle, which is quite likely, then we are going to be setting a great deal of new highs over the course of the next 5 years. In addition, I believe that there is a significant amount of statistical evidence that demonstrates that purchasing at new highs actually has a higher win ratio than purchasing after attempting to purchase at lows. In addition, it is a fact that during the entirety of our lives, the stock market has on average been on an upward trend. Therefore, it is true that there are drawbacks. There are, in fact, some alterations. Yes, there are crises in the financial sector. There are pandemics, that is true. On the other hand, is there any evidence to suggest that the core essence of the beast has undergone a more negative transformation? Just to clarify, I did read this research. Sometimes I'm sure you've seen it that says, oh, we're going to permanently lower stock returns now. I'm sure you've seen that somewhere. A maximum of 4% per year is what you should anticipate, along with other similar items. Gains have been brought forward by us. To put it another way, do you think any of that has any basis in legitimacy? That is the same comment that I have heard regarding the new era of poor returns that has begun after 2008, and equities have compounded at a rate that is extremely close to the historical average since 2008. On the other hand, I believe that as long as there are those who are skeptical, there will be a lot of room for improvement. To add insult to injury, there are a great number of people who are skeptical about Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency sector. Furthermore, the majority of individuals have made the decision to refrain from investing in it even at this moment, even after the ETF permissions have been granted, and even after the Ethereum ETF is actually on the verge of being released. The only thing that people are doing is standing on the sidelines, waiting for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to crash. You have folks out there who have been saying quite literally since the beginning of Bitcoin that it was never going to go up, and it has continuously done so time and time again. I mean, you need to take that into consideration. Additionally, their performance was significantly superior than that of the majority of other financial markets, such as the stock market and the real estate industry, both of which have been operational for at least a couple hundred years. Therefore, if you were to ask Tommy Lee or any other really successful investor what courses of action to take in the cryptocurrency market during periods such as these, his response would be pretty straightforward. it is to continue doing what is being successful. That being said, what exactly does that imply? The very first thing that has to be done is to determine which trends are better than others in terms of their performance. You are going to want to discover what are going to be the top narratives when all of this liquidity comes down from Bitcoin into these other various altcoin auctions if you are interested in purchasing an alternative cryptocurrency that is going to statistically make you more money than the others. There is a possibility that you may make more than 100 times the amount of your initial investment if you are able to accurately anticipate and predict that this would occur. Now, based on what we can see right here, the categories that are now performing the best include governance and RWA coins. On the other hand, it is clear that AI-related coins, as well as Gamify and Depin, are also receiving a great deal of attention at the moment. Therefore, if you are able to locate various cryptocurrency projects that are compatible with these very particular narratives, there is a very high probability that these projects will significantly outperform the results of the rest of the cryptocurrency market. Once all of this liquidity is brought in by the most prominent players in the industry, like as Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Solana, we will be able to witness it. This is the place where the majority of the money is made. When it comes to Bitcoin, the actual money is not made. Over the period of 9 days, it is made on the money that comes from Bitcoin into these low caps that have the potential to really blast their top off and shoot up 100 times. Because of this, you are going to have to inquire about this matter to oneself. What kinds of cryptocurrency are compatible with a few of these narratives? It may be all of them. That being said, there are several cryptocurrencies available. For instance, if we were to take a look at the RWA and AI narratives, respectively, which are two narratives that we are aware are performing significantly better than the average at the moment. There are a great number of crypto projects currently available that are compatible with both of those storylines. That is to say, their chances of success are far higher than those of a cryptocurrency initiative that is just holding one of those narratives as opposed to two narratives. And there are even some cryptocurrency projects that are holding three of them at the same time. In addition, I would want to provide you with a few suggestions right now so that you can acquire a sound concept and a framework for how you ought to be constructing your portfolios at now very moment. Therefore, if we take a look at the monthly change and the top categories that are performing the best, we can see that governance and RWA are both observed more than twice. And that, my dear friends, is an absolutely wonderful indication. Let's talk about a project that is truly incredible. And that project is none other than donde. Now, if you haven't heard of this project yet, they are including everything into their project, which is based on the assumption that everything satisfies all of these different criteria that we were discussing earlier. It is for this reason that I am, without a doubt, quite optimistic about this endeavor. A fantastic group of developers is working on it. In addition to hitting the AI narrative, it also hits the RWA narrative in a very strong way. And as you can see, it has been pretty green throughout the course of the past month, despite the fact the rest of the cryptocurrency market has been completely crushed. And I have no doubt that they will continue to do that, particularly